Are y'all ready? Is everybody ready? Okay, got my little drink right here. Give me 1 second. Turn this down a second. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank, Season 3, Episode 154. We did 153 earlier today, and we talked all about politics, so go back and check it out. But today we are prepping for our mukbang tomorrow. We're gonna do a brunch mukbang tomorrow. Normally I would do it on Saturdays, but your girl got plans for this Saturday, so I'm here a day early. And we are gonna do our prep for the mukbang, and we're gonna get a lot of the items knocked out so it can be easier on us when we have to cook tomorrow and when we're getting everything ready. Okay, I have a couple of things on the menu for this mukbang. I'm gonna make for the first time this cinnamon swirl bread. We're gonna try it for the first time on 97 Goodies together. We're also gonna do overnight oats. We're gonna try that as well. I have some potatoes here. We're gonna get these cut up and roast them off tomorrow. I have some milk here, and I have buttermilk. I remember we talked all about buttermilk. I was making donuts and I couldn't find buttermilk. My sister found a lot of buttermilk for me, and here we are. Back here I have the ingredients for the cinnamon swirl bread. And y'all hit the like button, support the channel. Okay, so I got my flour here. Got some flour here. And y'all gonna see me looking down at my instructions. I got some instructions or recipe and instructions. Okay, for the cinnamon swirl bread, I have cinnamon here. I'm about to say cinnamon roll. Baking soda, salt, 1 egg, which is room temp. This egg has been sitting out for a bit. I have a whole lot of sugar here. This is some sugar right here. Okay, and I have vegetable oil. If you have canola oil, that works as well. And Christopher, how are you doing? He said, greetings and happy Friday to you. Okay, so it is 9:22 on Thursday. So I'm still on Friday. Where is everyone watching from? Before we get too far into things, I'm in Alaska, and that's probably why I'm a little bit behind on time. So I have my prep for my cinnamon bread, buttermilk, and then I have milk that we're gonna mix with powdered sugar, and we're gonna make the icing for the bread. And Dylan said, hi, I'm from Cali. Yeah, let me know where y'all watching from. Where everybody tuned in from? So I got my little recipe right here that I got from Taste of Home. We're going to try this recipe. We're going to see what it's hitting for. Trying something new today. And Christopher said, Georgia. I've never heard of that before. You know what? Y'all teach me something new all the time. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to get started on so that we can get it into the oven is going to be the bread. So, let me see what I got to preheat my oven to. Okay, 350. So we're going to get our oven turned on now so that when we mix the bread and all that stuff, our oven's already heating up and it's hot. It's hot. And then I have my loaf pan right here. Got my loaf pan right here. Alright, y'all. let's go. Let's get started. Okay, we're gonna put this off to the side. Our potatoes and our oats. I've never heard of that, Jay. Where is that at? Oh, let me get my glass bowl so y'all can see what's going on. Okay, so we're gonna put all our dry ingredients into this bowl, and we're making cinnamon swirl bread. So this is our all-purpose flour. And be careful when you're baking, it's gonna get messy. You know what I need to get? I need to get some aprons. So we're gonna put our flour in here. Got a whole lot of sugar. We'll put our sugar in here. More sugar. Okay, we got our flour, we got our sugar in here. We're gonna put our baking soda in here. That's what it looks like. Baking soda and baking powder are different. They have very similar, but they are different ingredients and they do different stuff. So, the baking soda. Hey, El Cheapo, what's going on, El Cheapo? We is up late. You know what we do over here, up late cooking. Girl, I almost fell asleep. I said, no, let me, you know when you sit down, okay, let me restart. I have a really comfortable couch that every time I sit down, I fall asleep. So I don't even like sitting down because I'll fall asleep. And so I was like, let me get up. So we're making cinnamon swirl bread. I have put the all-purpose flour, sugar, and baking soda in here. I'm going to add the salt as well. And these are all my dry ingredients. This right here is powdered sugar, and that's for the icing. So powdered sugar and milk make the icing, or I think they call it glaze here. Glaze. Powdered sugar and milk, it will be the glaze. Everything else that you see here is going in the inside. But yes, my couch is very comfortable, and as soon as I sit down, I fall asleep. Hey, shout out to El Cheapo. El Cheapo coming with the $4.99. She said keep the stove warm. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all show some love to El Cheapo in the chat, and also y'all keep the stove on. You know, follow El Cheapo's lead. But thank you so much, El Cheapo. How have you been today? How have you been today? And I'm going to let you know this. When you're in the chat, be respectful. Be on your best behavior. This is a cooking channel. There should be no drama here. Okay? The only drama that's going to be here is the drama that you create. And El Cheapo said, I'm exhausted. El Cheapo, I knew that you worked. But I had no idea that you take your daughter to work with you. People do not understand when you're parenting. It's, especially by yourself, it's very tiring. It's very tiring. So shout out to El Cheapo for, you know, making it do what it do. Making it do what it do. And look at you, but I'm over here sipping. I'm tired. I ain't got time to play with y'all today. Okay? You know, some channels, they be like, don't block nobody. Unless they say something crazy. No, not over here. The moment you say something that's looking a little sketchy, we're gonna block you. We're gonna just move on with our day. I don't got time and I don't got the patience. I'm trying to talk and you over here in the chat saying something crazy. I don't got time for it. And like, look, you better go over there with them channels. They got more like, bro. Me, I'm tired. I don't got time for it. and she would say, and that's my second job. I have to sneak her to my regular job after she get out of school. Wow. And as she would say, period. Yeah, we don't got time. We're tired. We're exhausted. And you're with the nonsense. You gotta go. And I have peach Smirnoff, or I think it's peach lemon. Let me check. Hold on. Okay, it's peach lemonade Smirnoff. Okay, so we have our dry ingredients in this bowl. In another bowl, I'm gonna get the buttermilk, egg, and oil mixed up together. So in one bowl, I'll have my dry ingredients, and then I have my wet ingredients. And now I'm just giving these a mix. You can shift your ingredients if you want to. There is nothing wrong with that. When you shift them, it just makes sure that it just mixes all your ingredients really, really well. But y'all, I ain't got time for that. That's why I'm not a baker, because I be trying to cut corners. That's why me and baking don't get along. Because I'm always like, what can I do to make it less work and cut these corners? And as she would say, I haven't had a drink since the fast. You know, I don't drink that much, but since I've been doing these mimosa mukbangs, your girl has been sipping since this month. Okay, so we got our dry ingredients mixed up. And we got our buttermilk right here. Splash my face. I have a whole bunch of bowls right here. Okay, I'm gonna use this one for the wet ingredients. But shout out to El Cheapo for coming through with the $4.99. You know, making that stove, keeping the stove on. Thank you so much. And guys are on YouTube, check out El Cheapo's YouTube channel. Great content. I'm over there watching it myself all the time. She does a little bit of cooking. She'll be running some errands, taking you in the grocery store, a little bit of everything. You literally feel like you're right there with El Cheapo. So I'm just gonna mix that egg and I'm gonna put the buttermilk in there. We're gonna put the oil in there, and that buttermilk smells strong. Ooh wee, ooh wee. Okay, we're just mixing this together. Okay, and then we are gonna mix our, hey Walker, welcome back. We are prepping out for our brunch mukbang, and right now we are trying this, we're making cinnamon swirl bread. This is the first time I'm making this recipe, y'all, so bear with me. And y'all know I'm not a baker, so I'm gonna do my best though. But we have a lot of things, on the mukbang for tomorrow. We got the cinnamon swirl bread. We're going to do some turkey. We're going to have some bacon. And let me look at my list, because I have a whole list. Where is my... Oh, there it is. It's over here. Oh, yeah. We're going to do roasted potatoes and overnight oatmeal. But we're going to put... Once we make the overnight oatmeal, we're going to put it in little cups and have it be so cute. Stick around. And Walker said, good morning, beautiful queen. What the, you know what? That's how y'all need to enter into my kitchen, okay? Y'all need to tell me something good about myself. And Walker, I've been doing good. Can't complain. It's always a blessing to make it each day. It definitely has been a long week for me. I will say that. But I think you just gotta take it one day at a time. So we have our wet ingredients and our dry. So I'm just gonna slowly start mixing in our dry ingredients. How are you been, Walker? And how the rest of y'all been, Foodie Gang? But this weekend I do have a couple of live streams planned. And yeah. Walker, it's hard. It's hard to stay warm out in Alaska. It has been pretty toasty, but I think there was a couple of days in January where it had got to like the negatives. Like we're talking -4, -7. So we are definitely out of the negatives, which is nice. But yeah, trying to stay warm. And it's starting to get lighter outside. So I can tell spring is on the way. And Walker said all is well. I'm at work in the oil field. What's the temperature? Where you at, Walker? And so we're just mixing our cinnamon swirl bread. We're going to try this recipe for the first time. We're going to see how it tastes. Walker said it's 31 degrees in Carlsbad, New Mexico. Is the food good there? I feel like the food would be really good in New Mexico. I knew a couple of people that were from New Mexico, or they, not from, but they have moved down to New Mexico. And I've also met people that have come from there, but I've never thought about going there myself. And Walker said temp still dropping. It ain't nothing like here though. You'll be alright. You'll be alright. But the summer in Alaska is very, very beautiful. And during season 2, I went outside a lot and I showed you guys what it looks like in the summertime. Okay, there we have it. We got that mixed up. We're making cinnamon swirl bread. So we have our wet ingredients. I have to get some more sugar and we're going to mix up the filling. And Walker said, I don't eat their food. I cook for myself. Why do you not eat their food? Is it bad? They not know how to cook? Do they need to watch 907 Good Eats? So this is the bread right here. We're gonna make the cinnamon sugar. So I'm gonna put some cinnamon in here. I'm gonna get some sugar. Okay, and then this weekend for Sunday dinner, we're doing the chicken and dumplings. So y'all don't miss Sunday dinner neither. Saturday, I'm going to be in Fairbanks, so I'm going to see if there's any restaurants in Fairbanks that are good. We will see. Hey, Hey, Lomax, welcome back. Hey, Kelly, how are you guys doing? We are just up here prepping for our brunch mukbang that we are gonna do. You guys, I really like these mukbangs because I get to make a lot of different foods. So we're gonna do a brunch one. We're gonna see how it works out. And Lomax said, how's it going tonight? It's going well. And I like these late night, prep episodes that we do. It's a lot of fun. And shout out to El Cheapo for being the sponsor of today's episode. So I didn't put as much sugar in here as they would like, just because I already feel like there's a lot of sugar in there. We are making cinnamon swirl bread. This is for the first time. I have not made it before, but we're gonna give it a try. And thank you so much, Lomax. I appreciate y'all so much, Foodie Gang, because I have a lot of videos, and I be feeling like I wear the same stuff because I have so many videos. But it's like sometimes I'll do 2 live streams in a day, or I'll do 3. And so then when I watch it back, it looks like I'm wearing the same thing. But some of my videos are filmed the same day. A lot of them are actually. Okay, I gotta read my instructions here because y'all know I'm not a baker. But I do know how to cook. I do know how to cook. Keep the stove warm by sending the super chat with your thoughts, super sticker, or you can hit the PayPal. Okay, so we got our loaf pan right here. And y'all, I have been breaking this loaf pan in. We made banana bread. We made pound cake. And now we're making cinnamon swirl bread. So I have my spray here. And when I spray this, I like to do it over the sink. So that if any gets anywhere else, I can just, it's in the sink already. I'm just going to grease this real good. If you have butter, you can use butter too. But if you have a little bit of spray, why not? And G, what's up? G says tear it up. G said tear it up. Okay, so we grease the loaf pan. We're going to pour half of the batter in here into our loaf pan. We're only going to pour half of it in here. And then we're going to put cinnamon sugar in the middle. We're going to pour more batter on top. And then we're going to put some more on the top. Now, those are the instructions. Now, let me tell y'all. The way the instructions be and what actually be happening be different. So, we're going to try our best. So we're going to pour half the batter in here. We're going to put a little bit of our cinnamon on top. I'm definitely getting that buttermilk in here. You know what this makes me want? It's like some cream cheese. You know what this reminds me of? The cinnamon raisin bagels. That's what it smells like. And Nick said, yummy! And yes, Lomax, I did make the batter from scratch. This is a new recipe that I'm trying out. So yes, the batter's from scratch. Make the cinnamon sugar. And we're making cinnamon swirl bread. Now we're going to take some of our mix and put it on this bottom layer. And then we're going to pour more batter on top. I know it's messy here, y'all. So here we go. And I'm going to give this recipe to you guys. And then if there's any adjustments that have to be made, I'll make them. This seems like a lot of cinnamon sugar. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button on your way in. Support the channel. Shout out to El Cheapo for getting it started early. Okay. This seems like a lot of cinnamon sugar. But we're going to see here. This is what they said to do. Then we're going to put some more batter on top. This makes me, your girl, want cinnamon rolls. And then when this gets done, I'll probably let it cool completely and then put the glaze on there. But when it gets done, you just slice the bread and it looks amazing. Okay, here we go. Let's see. See what we got here. I don't even want to touch it too much. I'm scared. Then we're gonna put some more cinnamon sugar on top. Well, you know what? Every time I come up in here, y'all asking for fried chicken. Just trying to say. But I did do I have not done just fried chicken yet. I'm gonna be doing that one of these days. But I did a chicken and waffles. That was really, really good. I honestly do not eat that much fried chicken. Y'all will probably be so disappointed in me. But I try to stay away from fried chicken because it's something that's good for you. It's a slippery slope. But I know one day, hey Kelly, or hey Lamont. See Lamont, you got to change your name. We are prepping out for our mukbang. We're doing a mukbang tomorrow. I'm making this cinnamon swirl bread for the first time. So I'm going to put some more of my cinnamon sugar on top. There's so much here. I feel like I don't even need this all. They put a lot. And Nick said chicken and waffles is a bomb. Diggity, it sure was good. But I have done that chicken and waffles before. But now I'm thinking of a way to remix it so I can have another reason to do chicken and waffles. But I have not done a fried chicken dinner. And so I might have to do that one day. Because y'all always come up in here and y'all say, Chef, where is the fried chicken? And so one day we'll have to do a fried chicken meal. Or fried chicken dinner. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit more cinnamon sugar in here. And then it wants me to take a knife and cut through the batter and really create that swirl. So let me grab a knife. And what we're doing now is we're creating that swirl. It's very nerve-wracking. We're swirling that cinnamon. We're gonna bake this. I don't think the cinnamon sugar will burn, but we're gonna see. This is what it's set to do. So the oven is at 350. We're gonna bake this for 45 minutes, and during that time, I'm gonna be keeping an eye on it. It is going to rise, but it shouldn't rise too much. But let's see if this works out. If this recipe is good. Always use a timer when you're cooking. Always use a timer when you are cooking. Shout out to El Cheapo for being a sponsor of the show. Join my food group on Facebook. The link is posted. And especially if you're on Facebook, we're almost at 3,000 members. But we're waiting on you to join. Okay, we're going to mix up our glaze for our cinnamon swirl bread really quick. And then after that, we are going to pop over to, I think we're going to mix up the overnight oats just so that we can get this milk back in the fridge. So, hit that like button. When we made donuts, we made waffles before we made a glaze. So we have made glaze a couple different times on this channel. And then all of my cinnamon sugar that's left, because I didn't put it all in there because it just seemed like a lot. We will see if I made a mistake. But I'm going to save my cinnamon sugar. I'm going to eat this up. Okay, so I got my powdered sugar here, and I got my tablespoon for my milk, because honestly, you do not need a lot of milk for your glaze. You just need a little bit to hydrate it so that it can mix. The more milk that you put into your glaze, it'll become more liquidy. So if you want your glaze to be really thick, only put a little bit of milk in there. And for this cinnamon swirl bread, we do not want our glaze to be very thin. We actually want it to be pretty thick. So we're going to just put a little bit of milk in there. Always start off with a little bit, because you can add more milk, but you cannot take milk away. But if you do put too much milk in your glaze, what you can do is put more powdered sugar in here to make it thick again, or thicker. So we got a spoon here, we're gonna just give it a stir. And you guys can see I have a very little amount of milk in here. You can put vanilla extract in here if you want to kind of give it that vanilla flavor. But for this glaze, we're gonna keep it simple with just powdered sugar and milk. And if I need to, I will add more milk. But like I said, you can add more milk, but you can't take it away. So I'm just gonna add a little bit and keep stirring it. I don't really need a ton of glaze, because you guys saw how small that loaf pan was. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more milk because this is super thick. It's too thick. Too thick. Just a little bit though. Okay, now the glaze is finally getting to like the right. I can tell it's almost there. I just keep mixing it. Okay. What do y'all think? Y'all think that glaze is good for our cinnamon swirl bread? I think this is a good texture. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this with plastic wrap because I don't want it to dry out. And I'm going to wrap it with this spoon so I can use this spoon to stir it. Because I know I'm going to use this spoon again. I think I'm going to clean out my glass bowl. Because I have other bowls, but you guys cannot see like the inside of it. So I'm going to clean out my glass bowl. And we're going to mix some oatmeal together. It's overnight oatmeal. So instead of you putting the oatmeal on the stove, hey, how are you doing? How are you doing, Foodie Gang? So, instead of you putting the oatmeal on the stove, what you do is you put it in the milk and you let it just sit overnight and it's supposed to cook. So, I've done it with chia pudding, but I haven't tried it with oatmeal, so let's give it a try and let's see if it works. Which I don't get why I wouldn't, but I did, I feel like I did like chia pudding cups before on this channel. This back. Okay, okay, y'all hit the like button, hit the like button. So we got our oatmeal. You can use steel cut oats. Not steel cut oats, rolled oats if you want to. Or you can even use chia seeds like what I was saying before. Some milk in there. We're gonna put some vanilla extract in here. Oh, you know what? I should put a little bit of that cinnamon sugar, because I have some. And this mat is like driving me crazy, right? Okay, then we got our cinnamon swirl bread. Oh my goodness. It looks really cool and it's starting to like rise. Ah! It's working. Okay. So, overnight oats. Here we go. I'm going to put some milk in there. And then instead of putting these oats on the stove, you let them just sit up overnight. And it is supposed to be ready to eat. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Put a little bit of that cinnamon sugar up in here. We're making Hey Deb, how are you doing? Welcome back. We are prepping out for our breakfast mukbang. We are going to be having cinnamon swirl bread, overnight oats, bacon, turkey, mimosas. We're going to have a little bit of everything. We just get some of the prep done, so that tomorrow when we have to cook, it is a lot easier. Because that's what you got to do when you're making a big meal. I recommend prepping out some of the ingredients, so when it is time to start cooking, you're a little bit more organized. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're making some overnight oatmeal. We got our oatmeal in here with some milk. And I have a little bit of cinnamon sugar left over from the bread, so we're going to use some of that in here as well. And I'm also going to put a little bit of vanilla extract in here too. So, let's see. Let me grab my little measuring spoon. But how is everybody's day going so far? I'm going to be honest with y'all. It's been a long day. I'm ready for the weekend. It's smelling good so far. So I'm going to mix it. And then you let these sit overnight, and in the morning they'll be ready to eat. I have some little like parfait cups, and so we're gonna make some little, put them in the cups and be so pretty. That's my idea, y'all. That's my idea. That's where I'm going with it all. I put a little extra milk in here so that the oats will absorb some of the liquid. And so I put a little extra because I don't like my oatmeal to be dry. And I'm going to put these in the bowl. We're gonna put these in the fridge and we're gonna let it sit up. Set up in the fridge. And Dubs, I pay for Uber delivery. Y'all be making me feel so good food again when y'all be coming up in here saying, we wish we had some. Making me feel so good. Like my food, this little thing right here. You want something like this? So I'm gonna put it into this container. I just mix it in the glass bowl to kind of show you guys, and hopefully I don't make too big of a mess. Okay, so we got our oats right here. Hey, lady, how are you doing? He said, gang, 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 gang. Only saying hi. She know I'm here in a little pain, so just chilling a little bit. Well, we hope that you feel better, lady. Relax, rest up, and just continue to pray. And yes, okay, so let me clarify the title. We are doing a brunch mukbang tomorrow. And so tonight we're just doing some of the prep. And so we have our cinnamon swirl bread in the oven. We made overnight oats that we're going to let sit in the fridge. And they should be ready for us to plate up in the morning. I have some like little cups and I'm going to make them all pretty and yummy. And then we are doing some roasted potatoes. A lot of food. We got some mimosas. We got a lot going on. And so the reason why I did that, because when you guys come in, y'all always be like, what are you making, chef? What are you making? So I put what I was making, or some of it, in the title, so then y'all know what's going on. So we making a little bit of everything. And we just chill now. You know, for me, I'm still on Thursday. It's only, let me see what time it is here. I got 10:13 on a Thursday in Alaska right now. But I know for some of you guys are already on Friday. So I'm just gonna place this in the fridge. So we gotta go. Hey, G Honda, what's going on? G Honda, we're not eating nothing. Cause we listening to you, and we're not eating past a certain time at night. But we are just doing some prep for our brunch mukbang that's gonna be tomorrow. We got our cinnamon swirl bread in the oven. We just made our overnight oats. And lady said, you're going to be live in the AM again making it. When I go live tomorrow, everything will already be made. And I'll be sitting at the table ready to taste the food with y'all. That is the plan for tomorrow. We're doing a prep tonight. And then I'm going to come back here when everything's already done. Now, when I do these mukbangs, sometimes the kitchen is jacked up, so I don't want y'all to see my dishes. And I know lady said, don't worry about it, I don't want y'all to see my kitchen. Because sometimes they be jacked up when I do these mukbangs. And lady, I am showing y'all how I did it. This is the main part. This is how you make the cinnamon swirl bread. How you make the overnight oats. I'm going to show you how I'm cutting up the potatoes. And y'all, I have made potatoes so many times on this channel. Everybody here should know how to make potatoes. Lady, maybe I don't want to be a cook. Maybe I want to be a restaurateur where I just go around and eat food. One thing I would say is like, these cooking live streams, they take a little bit of work. You know, it takes time. And so sometimes I like to have a live stream where I'm just sitting down. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm tired. I'll be tired. Lady, I don't want to cook no more. Y'all, I need y'all to take over. I need y'all to show me what y'all training look like. Lady said we have to graduate first. Laugh like all you have to do is hit live. No, I don't want to cook no more. I want y'all to cook for me. I want to see what y'all been learning. Speaking of which, join my group on Facebook. I know I have been so busy this past week. Ava has a competition coming up. This is our first season competing, and it's a lot of work, these competitions. And I didn't realize any of this till I was in it. Lady, don't be mad at me. Ooh, lady said I made cabbage, shrimp, and cut up kind of shredded chicken with rice. No rice though tonight for me. Okay, lady be doing her thing. Lady be cooking. Lady be cooking. Okay, I'm gonna get things ready for the potatoes. We're gonna get those cut up. These are the potatoes I have. Red potatoes, bite-sized potatoes, or red. Any type of potato that you want to use, perfectly fine. I have done so many potato dishes on this channel. Ugh, so many. I be like, are y'all tired of seeing me make the same stuff? Oh, no worries. And lady said I was on a panel. Okay, lady, which panel was you on? No, I didn't see it. Which panel were you on? And then we ain't got no onions up in here, Jihanda. Jihanda, we got the cinnamon swirl bread in the oven. We just made that. We have overnight oats. We're gonna get our potatoes cut up. Got a lot of stuff going on that we're prepping tonight. No onions, Jihanda. You will be happy. I don't think there's any onions in this whole mukbang, but I might have to add onions just because I know you love them. And then, lady said I was invited last minute on Ghost Sparta Network. Talking on marriage. Hey Barry, how are you doing? I haven't seen that live stream. But lady, it sounds like you're the perfect person to talk about marriage, you know. I think that, and lady, I can tell you are very, very level-headed, which they need over here, okay? Because they need a referee, because they be getting hot during these conversations. They need a referee. But we need more people talking sense. Talking sense. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get our potatoes rinsed off. I have my colander here. Gonna get them rinsed off. We just chilling tonight. Oh, lady said they like me, so I think I spoke okay. You know what? It does matter if the panel you're on is good people. It really does matter. And lady, the truth will set you free. And Barry, how are you doing? How are you doing? She said, I won't complain. How are you? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I sat on the couch before I got here and almost fell asleep. I said, let me get up off this couch. Cause I don't know what it like. The couch I have is so comfortable. It's like as soon as I sit down, I just fall asleep. So when I work on my content and stuff, I like to sit at my desk because if I sit on the couch, I'm going to sleep. But I was falling asleep and I felt so bad because I was supposed to be helping Ava on her homework. But she was telling me, she was like, Mom, get up. So I don't like sitting on my couch. And sometimes I'll be trying to do like, family time with Ava, girl, I'll be falling asleep. The movie be watching me. But my couch is just so comfortable. So, rusted potatoes are very dirty. These are not rusted. These are red potatoes. And there's yellow potatoes in here. Okay, when you cut potatoes, you have to put them back in liquid so that they don't turn brown, that they don't oxidize. So I'm washing these off. I'm gonna also get some more water in here and get some cold water. And then in the morning, I'm just going to roast these in the oven. And I've already made potatoes on here a ton. I will attach a video of roasted potatoes to this one. Don't worry, y'all. Don't worry. Ooh, Barry said roasted potatoes are the bomb, or red potatoes are the bomb for breakfast. Do you know what else is really good that I have not had in a long time? When I was in culinary school, we used to eat these potatoes a lot. Fingerling potatoes are really, really good as well. And so I am just going to cut my potatoes into quarters. You can cut them into whatever shape you want. But I'm going to do quarters for this. So whatever shape you do is fine. Y'all shop the store for merch. And follow me on my socials. I got TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. And shout out to El Cheapo for being the sponsor of this show. Came through early. Putting that pressure on y'all. Keeping that stove on. And what I'm going to do right before I cook these, I'm going to put these back into that strainer. Make sure they're dry. All the water gets off. And then I'm going to toss it with some seasoning, some oil, and then bake it in the oven. And then when it gets done, I'm probably going to drizzle some butter on it. Y'all gonna see if I come back tomorrow, though. And another thing I like about when I do mukbangs, I have food for the next couple days, so I don't have to cook. Like, I won't have to cook breakfast for this weekend. which will be nice because Saturday I'm going to be busy. Sunday I'm going to be busy. So it's nice that I don't have to cook breakfast for the next couple of days. And y'all met my family. They hungry. They make sure they eat all the food. And then I'm gonna try to do the mukbang at 11 my time, but I have to go drop my car off at the mechanic. So if hopefully I do not run over, I'll let you guys know. But that is the plan. I might go on earlier, might go on later. Turn those notification bell on so you get notified. And what I like to do after I cut my potatoes, I'll drain this water off and put new water in there. And just because, I have to kind of rinse them off again once you get them all cut. And then, here we go. And this right here is the knife guard for my knife. Okay, so my sister came over and she used one of my knives, right? And she's like, wow, your knives are so sharp. Which I'm surprised that she said that. Because I was honestly thinking that some of my knives are kind of dull. She was like, how do you get them that sharp? And I was like, I hone them. She was like, what? And I showed her what I meant. And she was like, that's what that's for? She was like, I have that same honing. I think they call it a honing like knife or a honing tool. She was like, I have that same tool at home, and I never knew what it was for. I was like, yeah, this keeps your knife sharp. If you don't have like a sharpening machine, you hone your knives. She didn't know what I was talking about, but when I showed her, she was like, wow, you just taught me something new. But she was saying my knives were actually pretty sharp. And I be feeling like my knives are dull. That's how you know I've been working in the kitchen. Man, in the kitchen, the knives be so sharp. You gotta make sure you don't cut yourself. That cinnamon swirl bread smells so good. Barry said, right? Yes. So here we go with our potatoes. I'm going to put some new water in there. Okay, roasted potatoes. I love potatoes. You know why? You can eat potatoes for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And every time they are going to be delicious. Okay, I put this wet napkin under my cutting board to keep the cutting board from sliding around when I'm doing knife skills. Yes, Barry. What do you know about some potatoes? I love me some potatoes. And you can just do so much with them. That's why, I would say, if you're poor and you were on a limited income, one of the ingredients that I think that you should invest in is potatoes. Because you can do so much with potatoes. And you can make so much with it. So you get your potatoes, you get some ground beef, you get some frozen vegetables. If you ain't got no money, you know what I'm saying, you get you some potatoes, you can make potatoes for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You can do a lot with them. Same with ground beef. You can do a lot with ground beef. Any potato that you have that is not submerged in liquid will turn brown. So if I put this lid on here like this, in the morning when I came back, this potato right here would be brown. So when you cut your tomato or potatoes, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying to teach y'all a lesson. I'm saying the wrong words. When you cut your potatoes, put them in liquid, and make sure every potato is below the water, or your potato will oxidize. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna press them out, and I'm gonna make sure every potato is under the water, because you don't want it to turn brown. It's not a big deal with the amount I cut, but if you're in a restaurant and you're cutting a 50-pound case of potatoes, it's very, very serious, because that's a lot of money that you could waste if you don't know what you're doing. But the grocery store is so expensive, it matters what you do with your food. If you want to try not to waste food, but if it happens, it happens. You know what I'm saying? It happened, it happened. It is what it is. Oh my goodness, our bread's almost ready. So we got our potatoes here that we did. We did our overnight oats. We did our cinnamon swirl bread. Oh, let me show you guys what we have for the mimosas. Okay, I think last time I was here, I had a couple different juices. We're going to be all classic all day. We got the OJ, we got the champagne right here. Let me grab my container. It smells like cinnamon in here right now. It smells like cinnamon in here right now. I kind of want to make some skewers. I don't have all the ingredients I would like, but I think we can still make some skewers. Let's see. So we got our little container right here. Got our little sign that says orange juice. It's probably flipped around because YouTube will do that sometimes. Sometimes they'll flip my videos. Have this okay, we're just getting some prep out for the... Okay, so last time we were here when we had the mimosa and juice bar. We had a ton of different juices. We did have like a lot of fresh fruit. We're gonna keep it simple for this mukbang, and we just got the OJ here and the champagne. But that's all you really need. That's all you really need. Okay, then we got our potatoes right back here. We got 4 minutes on the bread. 4 minutes. And this is some turkey that I have. Some turkey right here. Real good turkey. So we got everything right here. We're just working on some prep. Okay, I have these ideals for these skewers. Let's see if it works out. Get a little plate right here. Some cute little skewers. We got 2 minutes left on the bread. Hey, Barry, when it comes out, we are going to stick a fork in it. And I talked to you guys before about the fork test. What it means is this. If you are baking something in the oven, when it comes out, you stick a fork in it. If the fork comes out clean, then your baked goods is ready. Now, if the fork does not come out clean, then that means that your baked goods are not ready. And they do this with cakes, breads, muffins, like just with baked goods that you have baking in the oven. So we got 1 minute left, and it's finna be the moment of truth. Look at that. We tried this for the first time and it looks really good. And we have some glaze that we're going to put on top of here. But I am probably going to let this cool down completely before I put the glaze on there. And when I do put the glaze on here, I don't want it to be in this. But we're going to do the fork test now. Let me come a little bit closer to you guys so y'all can really see. So cinnamon swirl bread. It looks delicious. Now we're gonna stick a. Let me get a bigger fork. Let me get the big one. The big one. With the fork, we're gonna stick it in here and see if it comes out clean. It came out a little bit gooey, so I'm gonna put this back in here. You guys see how it came out? That lets us know that the center of this is not done. And it did say that. It said 45 to 50 minutes up to an hour. So I'm probably going to put this back in the oven for like 15 more minutes. And this is the thing about baking, you know? Baking is a lot more complicated than just cooking. So the center of our bread is not done. We put it back in the oven and we're going to continue to cook it. But see, baking is so technical, so hard. Whereas if you are cooking and something doesn't taste right, you can add more salt, you can add more black pepper, you can add more seasoning. But once you bake something, after that time limit is up, that's it. There ain't no go back. You cannot fix anything. And that's why baking is a struggle for me, because I don't like to follow the rules. And Barry said, right, I am no baker. Yes, like, I'll let y'all know. Look, I'm not a baker, but we're going to try this. And I'm going to be completely transparent with y'all, because I know who I am. And I'm not a baker. I don't know if I would ever consider myself a baker. Like, I was like, look, I got basic knowledge of baking. I can cook though. But even with that, I don't know everything. There's a lot to learn, and there's a lot about cooking that I haven't learned yet. Okay. So we're gonna make these skewers. It's just an idea that I have. We're gonna see if it's gonna work. I have some medium cheese here, some pepperonis, and some turkey. I wish I had like more, but sometimes you gotta use what you got to get what you want. Hey Denise, how are you? And Barry, what you laughing at? I'm being for real. I am not a baker. I'll tell y'all straight up. Like, hey, I can help you a little bit. Just a little bit. I can't help you that much. I need help. It was so it was so nerve-wracking. One day I was on here trying to bake something, right? And a chef came through my live, and he was like, I think he said use baking sugar, and I was like, well, what's baking sugar? Like, I was like, look, chef, I am not a baker. I'm just up here trying to bake. I don't know what you're talking about. I need you to break it on down to me. And Barry said, right, use what's in the fridge. Yes. And that's what we're doing with these skewers. We're using what we got. But yeah, chef came in and was like, do this. I'm like, look, chef, I don't know what you're talking about. and I need you to like put it into regular words for me, what I'm supposed to be doing. But oh, you know what I think I was doing? I was making donuts. And the glaze that I had made for my donuts was too thin. And I was thinking about what could I do to get my glaze thicker. So the food gang was trying to help me, and they did. And Honda, what you doing up late? Honda be everywhere that I'm behind. Honda, are you spying on me? Yes, medium cheddar cheese. I have medium cheddar cheese here, turkey, and pepperonis. And we're gonna make some little skewers. Honda be everywhere where I be at. And if y'all are on YouTube, check out Honda's page. Going live all the time. Johanna said I'm a 007. Yeah, Johanna be everywhere where I be at. Okay, so we have turkey, cheese, and pepperoni. I don't want to put any bread on here, but I'm very tempted to put bread on here. But I'm trying to do better, y'all. I might get Q-tips. Let me see if that looks better. And I might get Q-tips. Let me see how this worked out with the Q-tips. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's see what a Q-tip. And I'm gonna let y'all be the judge. What did I do first? I did turkey. Yes! Toothpicks for skewers! For finger food. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Look. You can use toothpicks to make skewers. Okay. What do y'all think? Should I use the big skewer? Or should I use the widow skewer? What do y'all think? Oh, I called them Q-tips? Okay, I meant toothpicks. Y'all know I've been sipping. I've been drinking. Okay, toothpicks. Okay, I said it wrong. Thank you, Foodie Gang. Shout out to Barry. Y'all be keeping me on my P's and Q's. I meant toothpicks. Yes, toothpicks. Toothpicks. But that's how y'all know I'm a real person. Because I make mistakes too. Some of y'all be out here be acting like y'all perfect. I don't want to be perfect. Okay. Oh, okay. Barry said choose the toothpicks. I think the toothpicks is a little bit more reasonable because I don't have that much food on there. Oh, you're good, lady. Lady, it's okay. This is a late night stream. We allowing everybody to come up in here. So sometimes there is gonna be some trolls, but I'm gonna let you know this. You ain't gonna live long out here. Denise, are you saying do these skewers go good with champagne or go good with mimosas? You know what? When you're in the kitchen, be creative, use your imagination. Yeah, yeah, these go good with What's it mean? And Barry said, I don't follow those perfect people. Don't. Because following those perfect people get you messed up. Because you start thinking life has to be that way. But yes, Denise, they do go good with champagne. So when I think of mimosas, I just think of it as an alcoholic beverage. Because that's really what it is. Whatever food you have with it will taste good. So we're just gonna go like that with the turkey. Kind of roll the turkey up, put the cheese on there. Then we're gonna roll the pepperoni. And if you have tomatoes, I even thought about adding a pickle to this. You can do that. You can make it your own. You can add whatever you would like. It's just a cute little, what do they call these? Hors d'oeuvre or like a little appetizer. It's just something to eat. Okay, so when I think of mimosas, I think of finger foods. That's what I meant to say. And mimosas and finger food, I think, go really, really well together. Really good together, in my opinion. And Denise said, I'm going to try it. I have wine. What can I eat with that? Okay, so wine breaks down, and it matters what type of wine you have, whether you have a white wine or a red wine. All those variables kind of matter. And I have a little bit of garlic oil. So what I'm going to do is sprinkle a little bit of garlic oil on here tomorrow when I get ready to serve it. It's going to be delicious. But yes, do you have red or white wine? Red wine, depending on what type of wine it is, will go good with red meat if you eat red meat. But what type of red wine? See, wine is difficult because there's so many different types of wine. But white wine I usually do with fish or chicken, and red wine I do with like a red meat. Or one thing I love together, I love to do like cheese boards. I think cheese boards go good with any type of wine. I used to have a lot of fun doing wine pairings with my food. When I lived in Oregon, I would drink more wine. I drank more wine when I lived there, just because wine is very popular there. I don't really drink that much wine these days, though. So we have these. And we got 2 minutes on that bread, so we're going to take it out. It should be ready. I'm going to get another fork and do the fork test again. And we're going to see if it comes out clean or not. So these are my little skewers right here. I'm going to change this to a toothpick. Oh yes, that's a good idea. Denim. If you're gonna dip your skewers, she's saying, or they are saying, use the long toothpicks. Very, very true. I am not gonna dip. I have a roasted garlic oil that I'm gonna drizzle on top. But what you also can do is you can get some mayo or aioli and drizzle that on top of here as well. Ooh, I almost dropped it. I almost dropped it. I said, no, you ain't going nowhere. You coming with me. Look at that cinnamon swirl. Bread right there. We're going to put our fork in it. We're going to stick it. We're going to see what it's looking like. We got our glaze back here that we made for it when it cools down. Smells like cinnamon. It is definitely ready. You see the fork came out clean. You see a little bit of cinnamon sugar on there, but you don't see any dough. So when you have baked goods, you want to give them that test. You want to make sure that the center of whatever you're making is done. You want to make sure that center is done. So we're going to make a couple more skewers here. And get some more turkey cut up. I'm just gonna roll that turkey up. And thank you so much. Yes, I like the way the skewer looks. And like I said, I'm gonna make a little garlic oil. I might even I have some Cajun aioli. I might add some milk into it and like kind of like water it down a little bit and then put it on top. But we'll see. Y'all come back tomorrow so y'all can see the finished products of everything. We are just doing some late night prep. Just roll that pepperoni like this. Just put it on the back of there like this. And if you want, you can always add bread to these, make them like little sandwich skewers. Um, trying to eat less bread. And we made some bread back here. We have our cinnamon swirl bread that we made together from scratch. We're gonna let this cool down though. If I was to put the glaze on there while the bread was hot, what would happen is that the glaze would just melt off. It wouldn't have an opportunity to harden on there at all because it's very, very hot. It's like, should I make more skewers or what? What y'all think? These look good. So we got turkey, medium cheddar cheese, and pepperonis on these skewers. Gonna be super, super delicious. I might make another plate because I have a couple of. I'm make some skewers. Just do it real quick. Shout out to these late night prep episodes. Y'all like these little prep sessions. So here we are with some more prep. Normally when I show up, everything's already prepped out, but I started doing these prep sessions at night. So far, so good. Shout out to those people coming through with the $4.99. So we're gonna cut up some more cheese before our cheese gets too warm. When you are prepping out food, you want to keep that in mind too. You don't want to have something sitting out on the counter for an extended period of time. So you want to be mindful of how long it's taking you. Or how long that item is outside of the fridge for, because you don't want your items to get too warm. Some more skewers. Okay, y'all. And see, this is why catering is so complicated, because you literally stand in the same spot and you do the same thing all day long. And so catering is not for the weak. You have to, like, we would always listen to music And Barry said it has happened before I left the cheese out. And so that's another thing when you are doing catering, you got to be moving fast. Like they would say, I was taking too long on this, but you got to be moving fast. Because you don't want to leave. Let me turn the oven off. You don't want to leave too many ingredients out of the fridge for a long period of time. There's just so much to think about, and that's why catering is stressful. And you gotta think, if you have an order for 300 people and they want skewers, your whole 8-hour shift is gonna be spent making skewers. And you're gonna be standing in the same spot for like 8 hours. If you have a party for 300 and they want skewers. And then it's like, the bosses be trying to tell you to hurry up. Catering is very stressful. Another thing that happens when you're standing in the same spot for hours, your back starts to hurt, your feet start to hurt. Like, I'm telling you, working in the kitchen is not for the weak. It really ain't. Alright, so we got our skewers. I'm making some one so I can taste it. See what it's tasting like. See what it's tasting like. That's another thing, food gang. Always want to be tasting your own food. Barry, I was gonna do eggs, but I'm not gonna do eggs But maybe next time. So I'm not gonna have any eggs on this brunch mukbang. Hey Angela, how are you doing? And we're not gonna have fruit either. I'm so sorry, Barry. You disappointed me. But go back and check out my most recent mukbangs. We did the mimosa and juice bar where we had a lot of fruit. We did the breakfast bar mukbang where we had a lot of fruit. Um, Hey, okay, so Angela said, late to the party, what's on the menu? We are prepping out for our mukbang tomorrow. And I did some skewers here with turkey, cheddar cheese, and pepperonis. In the morning, I'm going to drizzle some garlic oil and probably some mayonnaise on top of it or some type of sauce. It definitely needs a sauce. Back here, and it's kind of cool, so I might have to pop this baby on out. We made cinnamon swirl bread. We also cut up our potatoes. We're going to be having roasted potatoes, overnight oats. We're going to have some bacon, and then we're going to cook off some turkey. So, we got a lot going on. But yes, y'all, we have been doing a lot of mukbangs, a lot of breakfast. So whatever you don't see at this mukbang, just know it was here at the other ones. So, okay, remember when I was talking about certain stuff you don't want to leave out for too long? Well, we're going to get our skewers back into the fridge. And in the morning, we're going to make that little dressing. And we're going to put some sauce on it. So this is called a cater wrap. A lot of times when they do catering, they wrap the food this way so that if it falls, it'll be okay. And nothing can happen to it. So you want to take out some plastic wrap the bottom. And then you go on over on top. And then this is considered a cater wrap. That way, if any of it spills or it falls, it'll be okay. But this is what a cater wrap is. I had no idea till they taught me. And if you're at home, it's probably not going to be a big deal. Like, you don't have to do this. But if you are transporting food, this is going to matter. Because when you transport it, if you just wrap the top, it could fall. It can get messed up. We went through a lot of plastic wrap in catering. I mean, think about it. You're doing this with big pans. So we got our skewers here. Y'all hit the like button. Oh, I'm going to pop out this bread for us before we get up out of here. So I'm going to put these in the fridge. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I got everything. We're gonna be having the overnight oatmeal. I'm gonna be making oatmeal cups, and so the overnight oats are in there. We have the bacon, and we're gonna the rest of that turkey. I'm gonna saute it. Probably put some chicken broth on it so it doesn't dry out while it's sitting there on the table while we talk. We're gonna have the roasted potatoes, which we already did cut up, and we have the cinnamon swirl bread here. We got some skewers, and we will see if I decide to add anything to our mukbang in the morning. This is still so hot. Super, super hot. We have our glaze right here. What I do is I get the butter knife and I kind of go around the pan. Try to get it to where this comes out. Hopefully we don't have no issues. We have it's not a cream cheese glaze. It is just a sugar glaze kind of. Does that make sense? Just powdered sugar and milk, but a cream cheese glaze would be delicious. And the next time I make this recipe, I'm gonna do what Angela Hurd said, because when I tasted this, it made me want cream cheese. But this is just sugar and milk. And so, y'all can see, there we go. There we got the glaze effect. And if your glaze hardens up, you can add a little bit of milk. Or you can give it another, like, you know, stir it around maybe. But we got some glaze right here. But a cream cheese glaze sounds like it would be delicious on here. Okay, I'm going to show you guys another trick. I don't know if it's going to work though. Well, it normally works, but I don't know if it's going to work with this. Because y'all know how it is when you go on live. I feel like everything goes downhill. Let me just go around the edges and make sure. So when you have a cake or any type of baked goods, what you do is you get a plate, you put it on top, and you flip it over. It comes out, right? And then you flip it back over with another plate. I'll show y'all. Okay, so it's upside down, but it's flipped out, right? I get another plate. I'm going to do it over the sink because of the cinnamon sugar. Flip it back. Look at that. Now, I had to give y'all that disclaimer because I didn't know if it was going to work. But it works. Your girl know what she's doing. Look at that. Should I cut it and try a piece? Even though I know it's so hot. But do y'all want me to try a piece for y'all? Y'all, what y'all think? But look at that. That's gonna be good, y'all. That's gonna be good. I feel like it's gonna be good. I'm gonna speak it into existence. Because I have not tried it yet. And this is a new recipe that I'm trying. Okay, it's still hot, but I'm going to cut a piece while y'all are here, and we're going to see what this is going to look like. Okay, so the next time I'm gonna swirl it even more. Let me taste it. Let me see if the flavor's good. I'm gonna swirl it even more. I was kind of scared. Let's try with a little bit of glaze. Let's see what this is in for. Hmm. Oh my goodness, it's dripping. This is bomb. This right here. Let me go over the sink. Yes, Angela. This right here in the morning with some coffee. Mm-mm. I'm trying to put some of this glaze on. Let's see. This right here with some coffee. Now this right here. Ooh. Okay. I did not. Oh my god, this is so good. I almost want to take another bite. I did not put all the cinnamon in here that it says. Because I was kind of worried. Like, is this too much? But I could see why they would put all that cinnamon on here. And I just want to say that this is delicious. And we're going to put the icing on there. Do it like something like that. This is delicious, and I will definitely give y'all this recipe. Um, Really, really good. And like Angela said, we're gonna make a cream cheese glaze next time, because that sounds delicious. Put all this glaze on here. Put all the glaze on there. And just like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this cool down and probably slice it in the morning. But I like to slice it when it kind of cools down a little bit. But look at that drip. Oh my goodness. Okay. We're doing a brunch mukbang in the morning. And we're just getting ready. And Angela, I'm gonna serve it at room temp. You can serve it at room temp. You could cool this if you wanted to. Sometimes they keep the bread in the fridge to kind of keep it cold. Sometimes it ruins the texture. It just kind of depends. But I'm going to serve it at room temp. And when it gets hard, this icing will kind of harden up a little bit. And yeah. But look at that, y'all. This cinnamon swirl bread is delicious. And it just tastes so good. And I'm not a baker, y'all, but sometimes I get out here and I try to bake. Look at that drip. Ooh, it's all messy. Okay. um, and Barry said more drizzle on the side, please. Okay, I think that this is left up to perception or what you like. I feel like my bread is already sweet enough. So I'm not going to put more drizzle on here. But it is up to you, whatever you want to do. If you want to make your bread have a thick layer of glaze, it's totally up to you. I'm going to leave it like this because I did put a lot of sugar in the batter. But if you want to make more glaze, it's very easy. I just use powdered sugar and milk. Very simple to make. You can even put vanilla extract in the glaze and make it like a vanilla flavor if you want. But I'm gonna leave it right here. Leave it right here. Okay. So brunch mukbang in the morning. Cinnamon swirl bread. We're having turkey, pepperoni, and cheddar cheese skewers. We're going to do overnight oats, and I'm going to make some cute little cups with the oats inside of there. And you guys will see in the morning. We also have our mimosas. We're going to do roasted red potatoes. And we'll see if I end up adding anything, but I think I said everything. We got the bread, the skewers, bacon. We're gonna do some sliced turkey. Oh, that's like powdered sugar on my hand. What y'all ain't telling me? Oh, Barry White said, no, I was talking about our camera vision. Yes. But if you wanted to add more glaze to your whatever you're baking, feel free to. There's not the thing about cooking is, yes, there are rules, but there's also a lot of flexibility. So if you want, oh, I didn't spin it because I spilled a little bit of glaze right there, so I didn't spin it. I spilled a little bit of glaze right there. But this is to me, this is the best side with that drip. But yeah, I spilled some glaze over. That's why I didn't spin it, y'all. Oh, this tastes like a cinnamon roll, but not as sweet. So if you like cinnamon rolls, but you feel like they're too sweet, this bread is the way to go for you because it's not too much. It's just enough. And like Barry said, if you want to, you can make more glaze and you can put it on here. It's whatever you want to do. But I think I got everything. Shout out to El Cheapo for coming through with the $4.99. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I have it set up for 11 a.m. I do gotta run some errands before the live stream. I'll try to be on time, but if I'm late, y'all know how I do. Y'all know this 907 goodies, and I gotta do these lives. I gotta get in where I fit in. And thank you so much, Barry. And yes, this weekend we're gonna have the Foodie Gang food panel here, and we're gonna be doing for Sunday dinner. We're gonna be doing chicken and dumplings. And I am going on a day trip, so I'm going to try to live stream when I get to where I'm going. So y'all have those notifications turned on. And if you have time, come hang out with your favorite chef. And Angela said, "Be well, Ma." Thank you for everyone that came through. Shout out to all the moderators. Shout out to all the members. Um, Shout out to the current subscribers and all the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. And y'all keep the soul warm by sending a super chat, or when this video ends, you can always send a super thanks to support us cooking and my cooking. But y'all get some rest, get some sleep, and I'll see y'all in the AM for the mukbang. Okay, and when y'all see me, I'm gonna have a spread of food when y'all see me next time. Um, but thank you guys all so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next one. I love you guys so much, Foodie Gang. Y'all stay positive out here. Stay out the way. Don't be arguing with these people. Don't do it, okay? I'll see you on the next one.